Today, I'm going to talk about something a bit different, and it's much more in the realm of implementation as opposed to many graphs and statistically significant findings and other bits and pieces. I did put one in specifically for passive because first thing this morning I was thinking, is it how do I have research and I'm going to stick it in? That's it. And also a shout out to Rachel Tuffin, who I had a very interesting conversation with last night. And it's, I suppose, one of the things that I truly believe in, and Rachel does too, and that is you guys. And what's fantastic about coming to an event like this is the passion and excitement and interest in one of the people you all are, the great work that you're doing, of course, and how do we make that work stick, replicate, share, how do we do all of that? We've seen over these last 2 days some research. I think we'll see a great lot of thoughts. How do I take that and do that? You know, everything we've seen has been really, really interesting, but how do we make that happen because we have all the different forces. So today I'm going to talk about Erin from the network director across the Southern Force region. So what that really means across the region of those forces, that's Kent, Essex, Hampshire, Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire, Suffolk and Yorkshire. Is that you collaborate in a different way. I'm going to talk to you about how that's done. But essentially, in your mind, if you think of in the middle of the night, and I see that presentation, 3 words, and that was how do we industrialise what we do? How do we optimise upon our skills and style? And how do we make this an enterprise? So how do we go from doing this great individual research that we're doing and spread it and share it and change the world, hence the global support. So, and one of the shout outs to individuals from across the region. We've got pictures in the room. Henderson was here yesterday, Misha, CL, and David Phillips from Hertfordshire. I get to work now across the region, and I get to work with some really fantastic wonderful people, and I feel I'm really privileged because I do that. And the work today is about harnessing that good stuff. So, without further ado, there's the forces that I mentioned. Essentially, I had a look at for this presentation, and across that region, we have 8 million visitors. So across the 7 force boundaries, with 16,000 officers, which is 11% of policing. And we talked about how we've collaborated in a different way. So when I went for the job and the director of the Eastern region, no new things. I did some research into collaboration and how they work. How do we share? Do that to do that. And I took from a position with Kent Police where we work in town for some time, building innovations, and we would often do so in such a way that we would build it locally, if we need local requirements, if we would be able to deliver it. And then we came one of the forces about general intervention for us to say, how can we do what you just done? And that's what's really happening over the last few days. We've taken it down to go back to our forces, be finding back those people with passing in. So how can we do some more of that? So I looked into collaboration and integrating the HMIC for us to put on hard yards with them. And in there, they talk about how different collaboration. We use our sovereignty, our autonomy, our ability to act in a local way and respond to our local needs if we collaborate. And what do we lose if we don't collaborate? And we'll know this autonomy mentioned this morning around 43 forcing access to the shared data, our ability to do analysis, all of the things that come from us being able to work more in that way. So what I did was look at Police Act 1996, I'm sure you've all read it, and in there, there's a bit that says that we must collaborate because it's in the interest of any other force for efficiency or effectiveness. So essentially, we need to work in a way as policing whereby if we can help for the good of all by doing something, and then we can do it in a positive way. So, how did it start? So in the 7 Force region, and it's referred to in the HMIC before, there was the 7 Force strategic alliance. Essentially, that was set up in 2015, and that was really good and provides some really good functions for the commercial service function. We've got our PQF that's been done regionally. There's quite a lot of functions that have been done that way, but it was a sort of centralised team function approach. And in the 2021 summit, 7 BCCs and 7 chiefs, when we was in the room, got together and said, we want to do things differently going forward. We want to work in a different way, but it was uncertain in what it looked like. So knowing that they were going to move from strategic alliance to big projects to a much more streamlined network, I And what did I do personally? So I spent most of the time, about 6 weeks on the M25, and that was an eye-opener because I went to all 7 courses. I got to know everybody individually. David Lloyd, I spent some time with him at the back, amongst all of the PCCs, all of the chief constables, all of the CEOs, the CFOs, heads of innovation. There's 62 of them in total, and that's that. But what was good about spending that time with them was to discover from them what it was they wanted from the collaboration, how they wanted to get, and do some analysis, came to big out and no graphs, but there's some analysis of what they've said. And really they said, we want to do it differently, we believe in innovation, and we believe there could be a need for us to share in a different way. We need to coordinate and communicate and cooperate in a new way. So how are we going to do that? Oh, and this word is levied at me very often by the chief principles in our meeting once a month, and that is so significantly agile. We need to be nimble, we need to get this stuff done now. And that's interesting. It took us to a place where we could form a vision, and I've displayed this a lot of words, and I've got highlights, so the bold actually to help you really, but to say that we've become a centre of excellence in innovation and research, testing and implementing transformational change at pace, using, and this is important, the expertise and skills in existence of our region, and to create this culture where we embrace generational diversity and tackle our future challenges of tomorrow. So a real forward-thinking way of taking evidence-based views and innovation and embedding it within the forces of the region. Essentially, that is led by Chief Constable Paul in Hertfordshire. The SRO of the network is Lisa Driver, is my boss, and Deputy Chief Constable Guy from Hertfordshire, she chairs a monthly board deputies meeting. What that means is that I'm informed monthly, and even already in that sometimes by the Chief Constable and Deputy Chief Constables around the strategic governance and oversight that they like for their region. The PCCs have overall oversight over the chiefs of the network, and we will be reporting into them actually in this month in an annual summit on the first year of its creation. And I'll tell you about how that journey's gone so far this year. So essentially there's the deliverables that we were looking to provide and to say what we do. And I'll just put some really projects behind that. So blueprints and assisted implementation, I'll talk about in a moment, but essentially how can we share our best practice? How can we then speak to each other? The first thing I realised when I started the job was I had no emails, no phone numbers, no way of finding someone in Norfolk. And that seemed ridiculous to me. I had to phone switchboard and say, do you know the firm that works in this area of business? So getting them all together on a virtual communication platform, which we've now got, and I was showing one of my colleagues from the region, it's to see how we can share our skills, our opportunities, our research across the region. We have an innovation development board that meets monthly, which is the 7-4-star Deputy Chief Constable meeting, where we have nominated leads in innovation that come to the meeting and talk about the innovations going on in the board. And that's brilliant, because the culture we've now created across the year has been one where we now know what each other's doing. And we have found we are duplicating in some spaces, and there's some opportunity to share data, and there's some opportunity to work one thing together. And I'm able to coordinate that and say, yes, would you like to get Bedfordshire on that? And I think we might be able to do that together. So that's been really, really good. And that local to regional to national, please I'll talk to in a minute. Innovation skills development. So I was talking to Rachel about this. I feel passionate that there's some really smart people in this room. And I'm not quite sure really how we will learn what we have learned in different ways. But wouldn't it be great if we all worked on one big project? Could you imagine if we got all these smart people together? So how can we develop and harness the wonderful nature of innovation, project managers, scientists and researchers, and bring us together and developers? Academic collaboration and funding, how can we do more of that and better? Portal ministers' work is testament to that. And there's a think tank, so to tackle some real difficult problems. How? So I'm going to give you a bit of the inside scoop on how I've done this over this year, and essentially we use that assisted implementation model. So I'll talk to you about an experiment we may have heard before in a minute and how we replicated that. But here's 5 projects essentially that we have looked to replicate across the region, and we do it in a really agile way. So we use the virtual communication platform to host all of this this documentation. A blueprint is created by the project manager of the initial project, and it's a competition style approach. My initial idea was about the App Store. You can go in and pick what you want and walk out and take it and use it as you'd like. But essentially, to create a blueprint which talks to how you created that project, how you built it, how you tested it, the research you did, the methodology you used, your lessons learned, and pretty much from start to delivery, what that journey looks like. So having now done the 5 blueprints in a year, I like to work at pace. What we've been able to show, and I had feedback only yesterday from another force outside of the region who have used the blueprint, and they've said it's been really, really useful and really efficient that way of working to take what we've done in the region and be able to replicate it. We'll just run through the 5 that we have done. The policing pathways pre-boarding apps, the map, put a map for that one, been run by Cambridgeshire, and essentially an app in the Apple Store that we use to make sure that officers that are joining the police are pre-boarded, because we use 90% officers during that recruitment phase. So this gets in touch with them, engaged with them, and you can create your own card on that system to be able to educate your officers before they join. So that was really, really good, and we've got a brilliant signature from James Sutherland, who worked in Cambridgeshire, and he built the app and helped the blueprint. Virtual work experience from Norfolk, that's really good for engaging with young people, and essentially it's a youth work experience virtually. They did some academic research which supported it, which showed that it improved confidence in policing, and the virtual work experience within the force. Again, the project manager wrote that document, and it's being replicated by some of the forces. Also, adaptation, one we did very recently, some work we've done with Bedfordshire, and also adaptation, where we use technology to make things much easier for investigators to be able to do that documentation. EBITS, clever chap sitting in the front row, Fabian, got an algorithm some years ago, and we didn't really realise it was a blueprint on the beginnings of it then. Recently, two of the forces said we really want to implement EBIT, how we do it, and so we'll get a document and added it to it and made a blueprint, and then rapid video response to transfer money. The blueprints are interesting and useful because not only do they have stuff, is all of the documentation that the project managers use to send it to them. So that goes from data protection forms to your project initiation documents, to your business cases, to benefits realisation, to analysis, whatever you want. We can put it in there, append it, and then it can be badge required. So it saves a lot of work, and it really works, emphasises the good work that's been done. I'm going to talk just briefly around rapid video response, which I know bored you with before. I've got some parts of people I know it inside and out, but essentially it's a really good example of how we've been able to do it. And I think by doing this, I know I'm telling you about it, to show how you can take an innovation, you can use your evidence base and harness the work you've done there, and then develop it nationally in a step-by-step way. So essentially rapid video response, you can see there, was for us to test an immediate response by video against a delayed physical response to calls for service for domestic use. Those calls were of a immediate nature where the offender was absent and the victim consented to the service. The control randomised control trial was block design randomised control trial, split into 4 groups of female, male, intimate and non-intimate. What that trial enabled us to do was to track the victim satisfaction and the victim satisfaction interviews, like 80% response rate, to track the efficiency of the calls, tracking officers the geolocation on their radios and their vehicles, to work out what the response delay was and how long officers spent the calls, and then to look at the investigative outcomes by looking back at the case data. Essentially, we worked with some funding that we got from Science, Technology, Analysis and Research Fund, and since this research, which is sort of expanded and gone wider, there's been some really good results. This is the graph that I wanted to put in one. And essentially there, and unfortunately it shows you that if you are on the orange line, what was our previous business as usual service, that you would wait on average to 48 hours, 80% of victims would wait 48 hours for a response, whereas if you were a rapid video response victim, you would get a response, 100% victims get a response within that 8-hour time frame. The actual data that we got from the study in headlines is that victim satisfaction for female intimate victims of domestic abuse rose from 78 to 89%, was statistically significant. That the response delay, as that graph indicates, rose from 3 minutes if you were an RBR victim to an average of very nearly 3 hours if you were to await physical response, and that although risk of outcomes are the same, arrests were up by 50%. Trust and confidence also rose at very nearly. Just a bit of feedback from one of the victims on RBR, and this was in relation to PC reading complete. And the victim said, it was amazing to have the service so quickly. I could see the it was amazing. I felt connected and reassured. It was a gold star service. Amazing video, full consultation. I have to say, 5 stars for everything. So I'm going to talk to you really not about this so let's say, but I would advise that you keep doing this. But is more how that it is replicated. You can see there it's on the past day. So and you can look at it there. But essentially, we have now been able to use this funding to replicate it across 5 of the forces across the Eastern region. We service, I reckon it's 7,000, like Stacey says, over 6,000 RBR calls now, and I regularly call the field of the forces and say, what calls have you had? How's it going? What victims have you saved today? And I get all of those stories. I can tell you one that came from Rothwelll, but essentially a victim contacted RBR and she revealed that she'd been strangled by her husband in a recent incident and then disclosed that she was suffering from her husband for the last 10 years. She said that she felt scared, desperate and isolated. When the dash risk assessment was done, it was graded as high. But the victim was really concerned regarding the timing of the arrest of her husband. It made threats to take children from her, and she was really concerned about that. So the RBR officer was able to gain details of the suspect's daily movements, and the arrest was made the following morning. That wouldn't have been the case had it waited on average 33 hours for us to be able to take action on that case. So the anecdotal stories are really useful to be able to convey across the impact of RBR. What we're able to say though beyond the scientific study and as a result of some of the wider research is that it's being replicated not only within the region, many gives forces of people that sit here are replicating it. Australia, New Zealand, the US and Canada are replicating it and other forces around the world because it is a very different way in which we provide a response to victims while which does focus on the victim journey and victim satisfaction. The ability to be able to replicate that pace across that region was challenging. We received substantial funding from the Home Office, and that was really useful, but it meant that we only had a number of weeks to have the video response replicated across the region. The blueprint was essential to that because it had these are the rules you might want to follow because it's tried and tested in Kent, and this is what works really well. And we were able to get it replicated across that region. So that model of working together worked really well. Beyond the replication and assisted implementation models, we looked to do research in a very joined up way, in a way that perhaps other people haven't been able to do it previously because we didn't get across several forces. We all use the same formula and 5 data systems